This YouTuber claims that his gold scalping trading strategy works every day, is easy, and profitable. But can it pass a prop firm challenge? Let's find out.
My name is Eddie Pips and I'm on a mission to test trading strategies to see if they truly stand up to the prop firm challenge. Before we get started, if you have a strategy in mind, drop it in the comments, I'll test it. Let me break down how this works. I find a strategy, I pick a random month, I backtest it trade by trade using FXReplay. We track wins, losses, and whether it hits the prop firm's rules. Our goal is to hit a profit target of 6% with Apex, 13% with the 5%ers, and 15% with FTMO. Can we do it? Some strategies will pass a prop firm challenge in a few days, and some might fail in less than a week. We try to test a whole month until either profit target is hit or drawdown is. So let's find out if this gold scalping strategy actually works every day and is profitable. Alright, like always, I will link the video in the description in case you wanted to check it out. This is the Midas model. Here are the rules. I have actually taken our rules here and created a Notion checklist here that we will be checking off with every trade. This strategy only works on gold, and the time frames we will be using are the 15-minute time frame for context and the 1-minute time frame for entry. The trading session that we will be trading is the Asian session. There is going to be an 8 p.m. setup and a 9 p.m. setup, but the 9 p.m. setup has specific prerequisites that need to be met in order to be able to trade it, but 8 p.m. is the primary trading time. The rules are fairly simple. So over here you can see before 8 p.m. New York time, on the 15-minute chart, mark the most recent high and mark the most recent low. So here we are before 8 o'clock, marking the most recent high and the most recent low. So we can go ahead and check that off. After 8 p.m. New York time, we will be waiting for price to take out either the 15-minute high or low. Drop to the 1-minute time frame to wait for sweep. So we're going to drop down onto the 1-minute time frame and we're going to wait for one of these levels to be swept. And here you can see the sweep has happened. Now our next is we're looking for a market structure shift with displacement. Okay, displacement is just a big push in one direction, typically leaving behind a fair value gap. So here we go. We're waiting for that market structure shift, and we have that market structure shift right here. We have our market structure shift with displacement right here, leaving that fair value gap. We are going to enter on that fair value gap. Always want to make sure to cover the imbalance. And the last thing on the list is to enter on FEG or order block in target 2R. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our entry here. Stop loss above the high and target 2R. And let's play it out. And there it is. And for our buy example, again, before 8 p.m. New York time, on the 15-minute chart, mark the most recent high and low. Here we are on the 15-minute chart before 8 p.m., marking the most recent high and marking the most recent low. Let's drop down onto the 1-minute time frame and wait for a sweep. Now, again, there are two variations to the strategy. 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. entries. There are a couple of prerequisites on the 9 p.m. entries, and here they are. 9 p.m. entry rules. Only if 8 p.m. did not supply a sweep. So that means between the time of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., a high or low has not been swept yet. And you can only trade the 9 p.m. if the trade that you took from the 8 p.m. sweep is closed. You cannot take a trade at 8 p.m., it not be finished or closed before 9 p.m. before you look for another entry. Does that make sense? So only one trade unless 8 p.m. did not supply a sweep or if the 8 p.m. sweep trade is already closed. So here we are at 9 p.m. Same rules apply. Before 9 p.m., mark out your most recent low and mark out your most recent high. The reason that we are able to trade the 9 p.m. is because at 8 p.m. there was no sweep. So at 9 p.m., before 9 p.m., what we do is we mark the most recent high and the most recent low, just as we do at 8 p.m.
We drop down onto the 1 minute time frame and we wait for one of these sides to be swept. And here, as you can see, we have a sweep of the low. Now we are looking for a market structure shift and displacement, leaving a fair value gap. So let's see if we get that. And here we go. We have our market structure shift and a fair value gap as well. So we're going to mark out the fair value gap. We are going to enter on the fair value gap. Stop loss below the low. And we're going to target 2R. Let's play it out. All right, as you can see, it took a little bit to get entry, but as long as the trade is before midnight, as long as the trade is taken before midnight, we are all good. You can see here, the trade won. All right, and now that we've got the strategy down packed, now we head on over to FXReplay so that we can backtest it. We're going to go over one example of a buy and one example of a sell, and then I'm going to fast forward through the rest of it, and then I am going to give you the results at the end. So stay tuned for that part. All right, here we are creating our session. We're going to pull up ChatGPT to pick a random month and year. November 2018. So that is where we are going to go. All right, now that we've got the month of November 2018 selected, we are going to go ahead and create the session. And here we are on the chart. Going to go over the first two trades here, and then I'm going to fast forward the rest, and we're going to get to the results. So again, before 8 p.m., we are going to mark the high and the low on the 15-minute chart. So we have our high and we have our low. We are going to drop down onto the 1 minute time frame, and we are going to wait for price to take one of these out. All right, so here you can see that we broke the low, so we are looking for buys. We are looking for a break of structure along with displacement. All right, you can see here we have our break of structure. We have our fair value gap here. And we are going to enter there. Stop loss below the low. 2R. Place order. And the first one is a loss. All right, and here we are on the next trading day. Again, on the 15-minute chart before 8 p.m., we are going to mark the most recent high and the most recent low. We are going to drop onto the 1 minute time frame, and we are going to wait for one of these to be taken. Here you can see the low has been taken. Now we are looking for a break of structure and a fair value gap to the upside. So here, as you can see, we have a break of structure and we have a fair value gap. We are going to enter here. Stop loss below the low. 2R. And another loss. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fast forward the rest of this, but you will see every trade back tested, and we are going to wait. Up here in the top right corner, I will have a live percentage gain, percentage loss. Stay tuned. So, did this trading strategy pass? Well, let's take a look at the monthly breakdown. Now, these strategies are supposed to be tested for 1 month only. Now, the reason for that is because Apex Trader Funding, a lot of these prop firms, they charge you per month. So you want to pass in the first month to kind of avoid that second monthly charge. But this one I was actually very interested in. It did pass Apex Trader Funding in the first month, but it did not pass FTMO or the 5%ers. So I decided to keep going because it was intriguing that we gained 7% in the first month. Well, as you can see, in December, we lost it all. And then in January, great month, made 9%. And in February, we lost it all. So this strategy, after 1, 2, 3, 4 months of testing, I personally would stay away from it. I would rather earn 2% in 1 month, 1% in the following month, 1% on the month after, than to make 7%, get excited, lose it all the next month. Make 9%, get excited, lose it all the next month. I'm not sure if this is a reoccurring theme. Now, this strategy is very, very, very simple to follow, and I think there is something there. Probably just needs a couple more confluences to make this profitable in the long term. But in the 4 months that I tested it, this is not passing any prop firms or keeping anybody funded. So I'm going to stay away from this one, guys. But let's see what else we have here. This was February. So let's go into November. As you can see, some green, some red. Actually, let's go over the drawdown. The max drawdown was actually only 3%. But here you can see total winners, 24. Total losers, 47. Max consecutive losses were 8. We lost 8 trades in a row. Max consecutive wins were 5. And as you can see here, this is the chart. It's just, yeah, just not for me, guys. Just not for me. 33% win rate. Yeah. But please, 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 guys, follow me for the next video. Next one is coming up soon. Take care.